Hello and welcome to the SVR GT series brought to you by SFM_official. I'm SFM Zai, your host for today, and I'll be joined later by SFM Cowmaster. We'll be bringing you all of the action from Spa-Francorchamps with 10 minutes of qualifying followed by 2 half-hour races with 1 quick stop. Race 1 will be based on the qualifying starting shortly, and Race 2 will be a reverse grid of Race 1. So I'm sure we'll see a whole load of action in Race 2. There are over 50 drivers signed up for today, and for qualifying will be in the session hosted by SVR Solar, who has 19 of the fastest drivers Forza has to offer. 11 of these drivers are members of the growing Solar Vision racing team. TCGC Killer, TM Touring, and Veloce Racers, who are all very close friends of Swordfish Motorsport, will be qualifying in this lobby today. We'll be looking out for how they'll do. All of the drivers today are going to be able to pick from 28 different cars from the Forza GT division, with only the 63 Lamborghini Huracan and 007 Aston Martin DBR9 being banned from hitting the track. That means that all of these drivers will not only be tasked with driving and tuning today, but they'll also have to build each of the cars on track. Be sure to check out the series organizer's onboard perspective over at twitch.tv/Carcano How about I take us around the wonderful Spa-Francorchamps? So going through turn 1, that's La Source, that's a very tight right-hander, running all the way up to the wonderful Rouge and Radion. Out of Radion, you've got to kiss the outside curbing as you go on to Kemmel and the Kemmel straight that follows. Lecum and Malmedy, that right-left-right, are a difficult set of corners to get perfect. Got to get that right going into Brussels. That long, slow right-hander, a lot slower than you'd expect, and you've got to get the apex right at the right time, nice and late. Going into No Name, that follows into Double Gauche, or Pujon as it's more commonly known. Les Fagnes and Campus and Stavelot follow. It's a nice slowdown after that fast section of the track. Going on to Paul Frere and Blanchimont. Stavelot, you've got to get that exit all the way up to Blanchimont so that it's nice and fast. Going into the bus stop or the chicane, you've got to get that corner correct going onto the start-finish straight. That's 1 lap around here. And I'm in the lobby. I think everyone's ready to go, and we'll get this underway. So we're going to see a whole host of cars today. Looks like Solo's going to be in the Nismo GTR, the GT500 car that's been homologated to this class. That's going to be a beast around the corners, but not so great on the in the straight line. Chevy C7R of Santibancos. All of the paint so far wonderful. SVR Proper 12 in that SVR liveried car. Rapid 6. I believe that is TM Burnout. Never mind. But they're going to be in that TM teamed car. SVR Pezza, another SVR driver. As I mentioned earlier, we do have 11 of those in this lobby. Yeah, SPARX and I'm a bit partial to the Dodge Viper. I've ran it in multiple seasons of various Aurora stuff. So I raced it in RLMS 6 and Rixie Season 2. The car is a difficult thing to get right, and it's very tune dependent, but once you get it right, it's on point. Another GTR showing up. A GTR driven by a GTR driver. A base red 4GT. SVR Beard and another RSR. Logic Force 1 in that Viper again. I'm sure we'll be seeing many many 3-year tunes on that car. It's a weird car to get right. Slaps Villa again in that Viper. Looking like he's put on some heavy wheels for this one. Getting the most out of the car. And that's all we've got in the lobby so far. But I'm sure as it gets closer to qualifying, we'll have more. As it looks like we are going to be loading into this one. Only 13 drivers on the grid so far, but I'm sure we'll get a few more coming up. Getting a lot of ready up spam. Indicating to me to get into the spectate mode. Appreciate it. Oh, and we are going to be going a bit early here. Loading, please wait. We are going to be having the ticker for this one. So that's going to be nice and useful. Let's remove the map. We don't need that so far. So we just saw that. Should be able to set it to lap times. And who should we have a look at here? Let's look at Veloce Force 1. He's gonna show these guys how to do it perfectly, I would hope. Looks like a stock liveried Viper there. He is definitely going to be able to take that corner impeccably in that car. The car should take it flat out, as should the rest of them. Count how many gears this car has. It's probably gonna only be 3 or 4. It's a very weird tune. Times around here should be sub 2 minutes, I believe. I haven't actually double checked on that one. Ooh, cutting the curbing a bit. He might have dirtied that, but that shouldn't be a huge issue in this 10-minute qualifying session. He's going to get multiple chances to get it right. All of these cars bunching up. And look how much of a gap Force 1 has gained over the rest of the field so far. You can tell he's pushing it. Coming through Stavla onto Corpofre. Looks like he got that exit pretty spot on. He's just going to focus on not dirtying it for the next lap and getting a nice exit from the chicane. Hard on the brakes into the chicane. Going to close that gap and get nice and early on the throttle out of here. Running it as wide as you can make it. Bit of oversteer coming in there from Force 1. As we are getting some times in now. It's like a good outlap is a 2:20. Entirely incorrect with the sub 2 minutes. That is just not happening. I'm thinking TC round at Spa that I ran in the Audi R18, which is nothing like these cars. Just gonna leave it to a bit of sound here, listening to that wonderful V10. As already in only 2 laps so far. Got a lot of dust on that car. This looks like a good lap from Force 1 so far. Doesn't look like he's dirtied it anywhere. Should be setting for the benchmark for other drivers to get to. And out of the last corner, what will this put him? That's Solo into first place. With a 16. Force 1 up to 5th there. Is that because it was dirty, possibly? Ah, right, yeah, that is gonna be Force 1 with a dirty lap so far. Let's switch over to Solo, see how he's checking up. That wonderful pink liveried SVR car. He's pushing it, as are the cars behind him. You're gonna be able to see the amount of aero that GT500 car has. Carrying around No Name into Pujon. A wonderful engine note from that GTR. Solo's definitely going to be one to look for here. He has that pace. He has that sort of pace of someone like Force 1. It's going to be a bit awkward for Solo if he wins this one, considering he is the race organizer. It's going to be almost going to be as if it's rigged. Hard on the brakes once more into the chicane, holding a nice right line around the outside and then getting back on power early. That turbo noise is ear deafening. Where's that going to put Solo? I'll wait for this to run through. Force 1 is in first place with a 16.5 and Solo with a 16.7, so he's not too far off of that pole spot. I've got to remind you, this is one of 3 lobbies qualifying today, so there may be another driver who pits these guys for the pole spot. Yeah, that's going to be Solo in first position. Let's have a look at some others. Let's check out SparX. Oh. Has damage been had? Oh yeah, he's got 100% damage all around. He's going to try and make it back into the pits and get a few final laps out, but this is exactly the place where you don't want that to happen. He's got almost an entire lap to do with this amount of damage. So SVR SparX not going to be getting any new times in for quite a while. That's unfortunate. Check out Salty Blancos in that C7R. Gotta say, I love that. Love that livery. It's a great hint to the yellow C7Rs that were ran. And apparently they are switching to silver and red C7Rs for the next year at least. We're going to be seeing that a lot also with those 20-inch rims. Just trying to add weight and mess around with the PI a bit, just to get a tiny bit more power. Ooh. 2 cars very sideways there. Solo proper SVR, Force 1. It's top 4, Force 1 in pole position, just said. (16.3) now from Force 1. There's still a lot of dirty times on the board from a lot of drivers. Oh, is that another car off there? Yeah, SVR Beard. And is he gonna have damage from that? Not anything noticeable. Sometimes we won't get the full data. I know it looks like that car is right on pace. And SVR proper as well, maybe off. Oh. Looked like someone just drove on there. Oh yeah, SVR proper. Now that is a damaged car. This is weird. Unless I'm not getting the hint and this is the end of qualifying, but I expected it was going to be 10 minutes. And it looks like a lot of drivers are still giving it their all. Well, a lot of drama so far. A couple of cars with decent amount of damage. Maybe they've just put in their time and said, nope, I think this is good enough. I'm gonna leave it here. It's gonna be perfect. Honestly, to me that's not the best idea because you... Okay. Yup. Looks like it's gonna be the end of qualifying here. Wonderful. Bit of just gonna leave that car upside down. Fair enough, I can respect that. Well, good work from the two people probably starting on the front row. Solo less than a 10th behind Force 1. It's a good effort. Less than 700ths. That's impressive. Top 5 all very close. Does that mean there are quite a lot of people with quite a bit of dirty times there? Yeah, it does. Gonna get our cameras on SVR Solo doing a couple of burnouts. There's an upside down Viper behind him. Well, that is that for qualifying so far. We'll get the results up on your screens pretty soon. Hopefully. This is too good. This is too good. A family picture here. We're seeing a Nismo 4 GT Limo edition. Reverse donuts, impressive. Gotta love that. Well, unfortunately, we didn't actually see any of our SFM friends qualify. Well, obviously, everyone here is, but didn't see touring, killer, or racers get their times in for qualifying. Don't know what that means, but yeah. That's here we go. We're getting the times in and positions in. I should be able to get those up. I'm loving the upside down Viper in this picture. Wonderful. Well, there's gonna be a bit of downtime for a bit. As we get all of the times in, we start looking at the other times coming in from other lobbies and see where that puts everyone. Yeah, that's gonna be races in... Ooh. Races there, gonna be in pole position for now. Solar in second. Proper 12 in third. GTR Lucky SOD in fourth. SparX, SVR SparX in fifth. Salty Blancos in sixth. Rapids 6 in seventh. Unfortunately not qualifying sixth, as his name would suggest. SVR Beard in 8th position. I think he qualified with his outlap there. That's unfortunate. But it happens in these short qualifying sessions. Scoop and Shooter in 9th. Slaps Velo in 10th. TM Burnout with no clean laps. So he would have been right up there. He would have been in 4th, 5th, 3rd if he did get a clean lap, but he didn't. 11th position for him. SVR Pezza in 12th as well, and he would have been up there, unfortunately, for him. So, waiting on the times coming in from other lobbies. Should be pretty soon. As we are getting times from our other lobbies, gonna shake things up a bit. Balut JE07, 4th position, that's notable. DR Martin J2702 in 5th position. It's gonna bump a few drivers back. FRT Cyborg, 10th position. MNR Fujiwara, 6th. Actually, he's going to get bumped back a position by TUS Chasmo in 4th place. Has SVR Hammer qualified in that lobby? Qualified well. Lobby host, SVR Hammer. I'll get these on the screen as soon as they're ordered. SVR Hammer in 13th position. Just waiting on the second lobby now. Still waiting on that second lobby, as we are getting times in now. FRT Insane in 4th position. Another driver getting into the 17s. Matt Gaming 6661, 5th position. M&R Edwin, 9th. Looks like the top end of the grid is just going to be spacing away from quite a lot of other drivers. And the middle of the grid's going to be nice and close. SVR Shadow, 9th. So good job from all drivers. So we should be getting the race underway quite soon. Let me just double check the audio is perfect, but yep. There we go. Just needed to double check that real quick. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, everything is getting ordered nicely now. Let me just create a... It's gonna take a few seconds to get right, but won't take too long. And browser. There we go. Oh, and my game has crashed. Wonderful. Well, it wouldn't be me without that happening, so there you go. Sorry, real quick, let me just get this nicely done. Oh, that ain't it. There we go. Close that. Get it up on your screens shortly. There you go. Should be on stream, so your rundown of the top 10 goes as follows. Veloce Force 1, SVR Solar, SVR Proper, FRT Insane, Mac Gaming 6661, TOS Chasmo, Balut J 07. I've probably messed that up immensely. Let me just fix that. DOR Martin 2702, SVR Shadow, and MNR Edwin. I'm gonna get the lobbies sorted real quick on your screens. A few not qualifying today. That's how it goes sometimes. Ooh, that split between the first and second lobby is close. Under 2/10. Should be getting into a lobby shortly. reorganizing going on in the sheet. "31 drivers showing up today. That's gonna be nice for the lobby sizes. 16 and 15. It's gonna be, it should all be able to be done in one Xbox party. To control this all from my phone. How wonderful is that? Gotta thank all of the graphics work from Dark and Snuffleupagus. Did a lot of hard work on it. It all runs basically based off of a sheet, which is impressive to say the least. We're going to be streaming a lobby here. Bit of stuff going on with the sheet, so I'm going to bring us back to the track map. There we go. Oh, it looks like we have 2 people joining. CC Cerny and Nutter Gaming, who didn't qualify, but they're going to be in the bottom of their respective lobby. Should lead to some good racing though in the mid pack. From 5th all the way to the last place in A lobby, it seems very close. 5th through to 11th, all within 8/10ths. And from 12th all the way back to 16th, all within 7/10ths. So it'll be interesting. It's like we've got yet another driver. joining. WRT Sweden Pro. Should be getting invites pretty soon. Hope this is the right lobby. Looks like I've found myself in the right lobby. So, excited. Hey Robo in chat, how's it going? All of the drivers getting ready, hyping themselves up for what should be a pretty good race. So there is going to be one quick stop for this, and there's going to be 2 races, each around about half an hour. Sounding like it's going to be a bit shorter, closer to 25 minutes. But yeah, so the first race based off of qualifying. Second race is going to be based off of the reverse order of the finishing positions of race 1. Looks like we're getting everyone in the lobby nicely. I think this is everyone, in theory. Should be. There's gonna be 16 people in a lobby. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 people in the lobby. Let's hope the parties can hold up with that. We haven't really seen any series like this where is based entirely off of builds, rather than BOP. So it's going to be interesting to see what cars are the fast ones here. I know that Jaguar is going to be incredible in a straight line. But yes, it's going to be interesting. Oh, and it looks like my game has crashed. So we're going to be working on getting that up as quickly as possible. I've muted the stream audio there once the game launched, but oh well. Sorry for the delay here. Is, I think, entirely caused by me. But be patient and we'll get right back in the lobby. Gotta love the Forza music. We can have a look at the order of this grid once more. Course one gonna be starting off on a strong position. I think him and Solar are kind of the only two people that will be able to fight for that pole position. And then the rest of the grid is going to be close. It's going to be a battle for 5th, basically, the entire grid. As we are launching into the game as the grid once more. Exciting stuff going into this. Hey Foontang, how's it going? Excited for this race. It's gonna be chaos from 5th back. I honestly don't know who has it. Yeah, I'm going good. Foontang, thanks for asking. Getting the grid all ordered up. Yeah, Slaps. I believe, let me just double check. He didn't get a clean lap, did he? Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, he didn't get a clean lap. Oh wow, with a 17-2 as well. Sucks. That would have put him in 3rd or 4th. Yeah, that's it's unfortunate. That stuff happens though. Yeah, for sure, he definitely had pace, but you gotta get those clean laps. Otherwise it's almost worth nothing. Which sucks to say, but... Loading into the race now. And let's remove that as we get onto the outlap here. 13 laps. Let's just put time behind leader on. So we get a roaring field of 16 cars on the track. A super diverse grid as well, must say. We get a very good view of Force One's rear diffuser. Not entirely sure where they're going green, but sounds like here, as we are green. And Solar looking to the outside of Force 1 as he locks up a bit, going deep into Lekum. Getting a bit of pressure from Proper 12, his teammate behind. This Nissan's gonna have all of the... It's gonna be able to stretch its legs in this upcoming section with all of that downforce it has. Force 1 running a tad wide there. It's going to do nothing but help his lap. As we're getting a bit of a battle here between Proper and Solar. Let's get that up on the screen. Yeah, this is a battle coming up now. He's gonna have to hold him off on the straights. Solo's got a decent amount of power here. He's not really losing all of it. Running wide there behind as we're not gonna be able to see it from this view. Is there a car on Solo's inside? Looks like there isn't. There's a bit of battling going on a bit behind, which we should probably take a look at. 2 cars into the pit straight away. Force 1 as well. That could be the strategy that would be smart here. I think I saw SVR Shadow in a bit of... Oh boy, this is a large battle. Let's get our cameras on M&R Edwin. Oh, Fujiwara cutting Radeon there a tiny bit. So it looks like Fujiwara is gonna get the run into Lekum, but he doesn't have quite the brakes for the Viper. The Viper's brakes are incredibly good here. And Fujiwara up through the inside. Will Sparx be able to get the over-under? It looks like he might be able to. The outside here through No Name isn't going to be the best position for him to get that done, but he's going to get a run out of this corner. That C7R's got that extra straight line speed. Will go straight back past him. Fujiwara, Sparks, Edwin. This battle's getting heated. This is gonna do nothing but help the drivers that have already pit. It's gonna only be good for them. Switch to SVR real quick. That is a real gaggle of cars here. MNR Edwin looking on a move on SVR, I believe. He does have that straight line speed on him, and he's gonna try and put it around the outside, but I think I saw a bit of a lift from him. It's a scary place to make a move down when you're going 160, 170 there. Fujiwara is getting a bit of a lead, but that's not going to help him do that. Running wide, but he goes into the pits. He's thinking, ooh, bit of contact behind. And that's going to shake up the field a decent amount. Ooh, it's happened again. Merciful. Tagging Edwin on the inside rear quarter panel. That's looks like it's only helped him out. So it's going to work out in the end. But that ended up working in Merciful's favour. I think he would have had a few SIs. And GTR lucky behind, getting passed possibly by Rapid 6. Yeah, that's happened and been done. So I think we should keep an eye on SVR Solo and Force 1 and see if that strategy of Force 1's pitting lap 1 is going to help him out. SOD trying to take that wide line, and I think it has helped him gap to the car in front of Rapid 6. In that painted by Brad, a friend of Swordfish's. Let's check up further in the grid as that position seems to have settled in a bit. Haven't checked up on TOS Chasmo at all. He's running by himself. Nice and in the clear. FRT Insane ahead of him, and DR Martin J. Yikes. Behind him in 5th position. See how SVR Proper's doing. Is our car on SVR Proper there? Yeah, okay. Bit of a battle between Proper and Insane possibly cropping up. I'm intrigued as to when Solo's gonna decide he wants to pit. When will be his time where he thinks that is worthwhile for him? Right now he's just up ahead, not really battling anyone, and he's gonna have a good time being where he is. Force 1 may get caught up in a bit of slower GT traffic. That's a possibility. That Porsche behind. Let's check back in the field, see what's happening. Shadow by himself, followed by SVR. Merciful's kind of fallen back from Edwin there a bit. And it looks like Force 1 has been caught up in a bit of traffic, possibly. Unless those were other drivers that pit on lap 1. Let's see what's happening behind. Fujiwara behind. Salty Blancos as well. But it looks like there's a consistent gap of around about a second between each drivers. As I'm just hastily looking around, seeing if I can find anyone. in a bit of a battle. I think Edwin might be able to catch up to Sparx here. Sparks, I should say. Ooh, full commitment from Merciful behind him. And that's Solar in the pits? Yep, Solar in the pits here. Get a look at a bit behind. Where is that going to put him in relation to Force 1? I think Solar's made the wrong call and Force 1 might be getting the better... Yep, he's definitely gapped him a significant amount. Solar just exiting the pits as we see Force 1. So I think, unless, barring any issues from Force 1, this should be his race to win. All of the cars with a constant 2-second gap right now. As we see Solar's white lights behind him. Look at the battle for the current lead. Decent amount of gap there. Ooh, it looks like SVR Shadow might try and catch up here. Stick the cars on these two. Stick the cameras on these two cars. Gonna see a lot more action in race 2 as it is the reverse grid of this finishing order. This Viper a difficult car to make work, but I think he's gotten this one right on point, and he's got a run going into the chicane. Is he going to look on a move? Doubt that's going to be where he's going to get it done, and that is Martin in the pits. Yep. Just as things were about to get spicy, they pit. Probably the smart thing to do. That's definitely a battle to watch for. So we can check out M&R Edwin and Sparks. Edwin should have the better run through here unless he messes up Radion and Arouge. Looked like a pretty good run from him there in that draft. He's got to be below 100 foot by now. That straight is right at the limit of what F1 allows. So... yeah, he has closed that gap a bit, and that is noticeably closer than it was half a lap ago. Real action scene through that last 3 camera views there. Switching every second or two. This isn't going to help them catch up to SVR Shadow, but I don't think that's what they're planning on doing. As I said earlier, it did kind of seem like a bit of a battle for 5th position, as everyone ahead was a significant bit faster in qualifying. and they pit. Trying to work the graphics there, and they pit. SVR Shadow was also in the pits. Was a battle. Has Solar had an issue? Lucky Sod making the pass? That seems like someone's disconnected. Yeah, someone definitely has. Force 1 still on it. Solar, Lucky Sod. Merciful, Force 1. Couldn't tell you who left. What's happened here? Is Proper 12 still in? Yeah, that's... no, Proper 12 still there. Party Insane. It's Matt? Yeah, it looks like it's Matt Gaming 6661 that has come across some issues and been forced to disconnect. Let's see what's going on with Fujiwara as he is close to Salty Bancos. This is going to be interesting battle. Will he be able to bridge this gap? Looks like that car is running a bit less aero than Salty Blancos. He has gotten close, and that oversteer from Salty Blancos isn't going to help him out. They almost contact. Alright, I'm going to make sure that I gotta use this. That seems alright. Yeah, Fujiwara's definitely bridged that gap a bit. And it's whoever's gonna be faster coming up Arouge and Radion. Does Fujiwara have the run there? Doesn't look like it, but will he try getting him on the brakes? That also doesn't look like it. These drivers are really pushing it, you can tell. Just tell by their movement. I think Salto Blancos is going to have a better run out of Brussels. They both run a bit wide there. Cutting up some dirt. Going into Pujon. Double left-hander. Fujiwara running wide a tad. Ooh, a bit of oversteer from the car behind. That's not going to help him out through the rest of this section at all. Going into Campus, but there's a bit of tire smoke from Salty Bancos. I think that evened the playing field a tiny bit there. They are not too gapped out at all now. right up on that rear bumper again. Gonna try and get the best exit out of the chicane as he possibly can. Bit of oversteer from the car in front. Have these two drivers pit yet? I don't think so. Taking that inside grass a tiny bit. And it looks like it isn't close enough for these two drivers. Gotta love the sound of these two Chevys. They're proper V8s. Let's search around a bit. See if we can find some other battles going on. This is Sparks and Edwin, and I think Edwin's managed to get the move done in between pits. This is the battle for 6th place currently. Balut. I'm gonna mess that name up a lot. And SVR Shadow in front of him. I love that angle. Going through Blanchimont. Oh. I think we're gonna keep the cameras on Sergio Blancos and Fujiwara, as they're still battling. Yeah, it's Matt Gaming who's disconnected, for sure. FRT Insane still yet to pit. Only 2 drivers. Sparks and Edwin still very close. And Fujiwara and Sergio Blancos. Only got a few laps to go of this first race of 2 tonight. Sparks did look like he had the pace on M&R Edwin earlier. And there is going to be a bit of a 3-way battle coming up. It's going to be close between these two drivers. They qualified in the positions they are currently running in. Oh, no, actually, Edwin qualified 5/10 behind. Looks like he's made that up now. Maybe he had a poor qualifying for him. Could be anything. Let's check back once more. Do I see people going into the pits? Nope. That battle between Fujiwara and Sergio Blanco seems to have gapped out a bit. As is this one. FRT Insane still yet to pit. Sparks really has been left behind by Edwin now. Edwin's found his pace. Just gotta run consistent laps to the end. See if he can make up a position. Or maybe even two. Shadow and Shazmo now. Man, I love that SVR Viper. It's looking brilliant. Something about it. Ooh, he's ran wide at Puhon. Gonna help the car behind out. Might cause a bit of a three-way battle going on. As I said, if you're not excited now, you're gonna see a lot of interesting stuff coming up, and he's gone wide again. As has the car behind. Following him off, not helping him out at all. Let's check out, as I looked on the timing screen, Rapids. Looks like this is going to be it, barring... And no, FRT Insane has pit, so I think this is going to be your final position until anyone's made a real move. Rapids and WRT Merciful. Currently battling. Ooh, that sounded like two cars close. And that looks like it's the case. Sparks and Edwin. It's been the main battle going on in the race until they pit. And Edwin got in front. It's gonna go right to the end of the race for both cars. That's gonna help Sergio Blancos maybe get into this battle with Fujiwara. Well, there isn't much battling going on. There is a lot of drivers in the same area of the track. We are on the last lap though. The leader has crossed onto it. Edwin and Martin ahead. This could slow it down a bit and help Sparks catch up. Force 1 with an 11-second lead to Solar. Chasmo and Shadow relatively close. Edwin and Sparks. Only a second between those, and Sergio Blanco's just behind. So it's gonna be... they're gonna push it on this last lap. Sparks running a bit wide there. Let's switch up between Edwin and Martin. So this might happen. Oh, Spark's still running wide. There's a point where you overdrive your car, and I think Sparks has gotten to that point. This is the last battle that we're going to be able to see here. It's going to change who starts on the grid in front. Edwin, as of right now, unless he makes a pretty incredible dive bomb into the last chicane, he's going to be starting in 8th position and Martin in 9th. That was easy maths. I love that. Is he gonna try it? Doesn't look like it. The very close race, but not much battling, comes to its conclusion. It's Edwin in 9th. And Blancos 11th. Fujiwara 12th. Phil 13th. Rapids gonna be crossing the line in 14th. Yeah. Seems to be about it. And should be quite a quick change of position. I'm gonna get into the last race of tonight. Another similar length race. Should be a quick turnaround. We should be able to switch over to the finishing order and we'll start to see the points roll in. See where that puts some drivers. Unfortunate showing from Matt Gaming, starting in 5th, ending in 16th from that disconnect. Really unfortunate, but apart from that, not much change of position except from GTR Lucky Sod. Good battling all around though. Sparks managing to pick up 3 positions from his qualifying position of 13th. Finishing in 10th. Gonna help his points out a decent amount. Good job all round though. So it looks like we aren't getting rapids in his finishing position. I wonder why that is. Has he been put down? He should be in 14th position ahead of Lucky Sod. So we should be getting ready shortly. Waiting on Merciful's ready up. Sure, everyone's shouting at him in the party. Any second now. Dot dot dot. We're seeing a hybrid of all the cars on the grid and mine. Welcome to the 6 viewers that have joined us today. Unfortunately, Cal won't be joining us. It's how it sometimes has to be. He was out eating. I think he still is out eating. The cow is grazing. Sure, everyone's really upset with Merciful. Nice little hybrid between a Viper and a M2, M3. Mix and match some cars. Oh, that looks so silly. Imagine. Oh, if we do that really quickly, it'll look like he's readied up. Would you look at that? Hmm. Well, that's a hybrid that works. You gotta look at that. Oh no, it's fixed itself. That sucks. Getting a bit of a light show going on in the lobby. Everyone's spamming ready up. Phil experiencing some sort of disconnection, I think. Not too sure, because he's still in the lobby, but people are trying to contact him. The old yikes. One last message going out to him. Then if they can't wake him up, or figure out what he's doing, then I think we're gonna get this underway pretty shortly. Sorry for the delay, but it happens. It definitely happens. Oh, good job by Brad there on that E7R. He made all of those logos as well, so good on him. Oh no. Is he? Oh, okay. So we're gonna be racing without Merciful, unfortunately. What? Bit of a glitch going on there. This is gonna be an exciting race though, for sure. So let's remove the map. Let's get the ticker on the right interval. And I'm gonna put the camera mid-pack. Yes, let's put it on solar. Solar didn't get much viewing time. Are they going green here? Nah, it looks like they're just trying to bunch each other up. Anyways, this is going to be a battle-filled race as they do go green on the Camel Straight. Solo's already made a position change on FLT Insane. I think Force One's just holding back a bit, which is the smart option, I'd say. 3 wide up ahead, and that's a lot of collisions going on, but no damage it seems. Force One around the outside of Solar. Everyone's still kind of in the way. 3 wide with Insane. And that is a bit insane. Force One's already got the move done on Solar. But will he be able to get round Insane yet? Or is that even going to be possible for him? Let's move the camera further upfield. Insane's trying to make a move on Shadow to his right. Oh, no, Shadow's off on the left? How did that happen? They're blocking the track for Force One and Solar. There's nothing you can do about that, though. As the faster car's behind, you've just got to wait. For a reverse grid. The first lap has been pretty clean so far. Gonna be interesting. Solo's off wide. As we've got Insane trying to make a move on Martin, and there was a bit of contact there from the car behind. 2 cars in the pits already. Do they have damage? Let's look for the damage on these cars. None there. Sparks with no damage. Everyone else with none. Let's move up further. There's almost the entire grid of pit. That's really separated the field. Solo's going to try his hardest to get on Force One's tail. And he does have a run with a bit of a cut of Radion. Down the Camel straight here. As they try and go 3 wide to make the move on Insanity. Yeah, Insane got into the side of Force 1 in the bus stop chicane. Well, it looks like there was no damage done there, but there was a bit of a sort of jerking movement from Insane there, almost blocking the car behind. It looks like everything's worked out fine enough. As Solo's going to try and work his way past Insane. Try and pick him off. With heavy battling from him. Is he going to make the move around the outside? The Nissan has the grip to do it, and it looks like that's going to be the end of that. I think Insane's not going to try and make a pass again. Right on the rear bumper there. Solo's got to try and work his way back up to Force 1, which is difficult because it's Force 1. He's made that move past. MNR Edwin up ahead with MNR Fujiwara, the 2 teammates. Gonna probably try and be nicer to each other than they would be otherwise. And he's off into the pits. Salty Blanco's there, bit of oversteer. I think I saw. Let's check Force 1, making his way through the pack. He's locking up quite a decent amount. That could just be the replay mode doing that. But also not. There's a bit of battling up ahead that's probably more interesting than this. Let's go back to Sparks. And not up ahead, a bit further behind. He's gonna try and make his move around GTR Lucky Sod. And MNR Ed went out of the pits. It's gonna be in front of these two. Right on the rear bumper, 3 wide out of Radion. Sparks with a wonderful double pass there. Gotta give him credit, that was insane. Good on him. He's got it done, he's got it done cleanly. That's the most important thing, and there's a bit of battling behind as well. Edwin and Lucky Sod. Edwin's going to try and make the move around the outside, try and not lose as much time as possible. Yeah, it was a tidy bit of passing, as Fientang says in chat. Gotta respect that. Edwin's just gonna, I'd imagine, try and just keep it nice and clean as we see the inside of the Nissan. Bump drafting. Looks like that BMW's got a bit better cornering than the Nissan. That you don't say every day. Edwin up the inside, a bit off, and GTR Lucky Sod as well as Balut. Gonna make that pass on Edwin's mistake. Tried something he wasn't fully capable of, and it bit him. See if there's anything interesting up ahead. No, this is the main fight going on right now. Is he gonna try and make a dive around the outside? Possibly? It's not gonna get it done, but it's gonna slow him down. Edwin's gonna try and make the pass out of Balut's mistake going into the chicane. But they're too wide up ahead and he can do nothing about it. Bit of a bump draft coming out of that corner there, Lassource. And that's going to be Lucky Sod getting past Balut. And then Edwin behind him. Who, you've got to remember, he's on a different pit strategy entirely, so he's been slowed down massively by all of this. But looks like he's going to make that move stick as there's a bit of argy-bargy behind. But I can't leave this. Too wide all the way through Lacum and Malmedy. Edwin's been ran wide and that slowed him down a bit. He's going to try and make over-under work through Brussels. Nose to rear bumper here. There's close stuff going on. This is for 10th position in the race. They're all battling. As you'd expect with a reverse grid race like this. Edwin tried, but it didn't work out. He's really being slowed down. Because he pit. Although, did these drivers pit first time around? I think. Let's look at the grid changes real quick. I'm gonna see in a bit. No, this is a battle for position, I would say. Edwin can try and make a move work again, but it's not going to happen there. Might happen again until the source, but I think it's too far back now for that to work. TUS Chasmo maybe making a move up ahead, but I don't want to leave this. Alright, I'll leave it for now, because it's not gonna... Oh boy! Yeah, I joined this correctly. SVR Solar up ahead with Force 1, and then Santi Blancos and Fujiwara. This is a four-way battle for the lead. Five-way if Jasmine gets involved. And he really kind of is. Bit of bumping going on. Force 1 through the inside. Solar's going to try and follow him through. He's got the better grip around the outside of that C7R. Santi Blancos has lost 2 positions in the past 3 corners. Solar's got that done, but Chasmos is also there. He's going to try and follow him through. Too wide, going down Curb Paul Ferrer into Blanchimont. Are they gonna hold it through Blanchimont? It looks like they are. No contact. Never mind a bit of contact. Still too wide, all the way up Blanchimont into the chicane. Would have expected them to stop fighting by now, but they're still going at it. Chasmo tried to run wide there, but Santi Blancos has got it for now. FRT Insane might get involved in all of this. Solar up the inside of Force 1 up ahead. And that's Solar in the lead. Chasmo and Insane. Bit of fighting. And Insane's got him past. think someone has pit in all of this. Can't be too sure. And Chasmo probably has the top end prowess, but not gonna get it done for now. I would call that cutting the corner, but he didn't make much of a gain on him. Force One's still in second position up there, as you can see. And that was a bit of action. We're only halfway through this race. Force One, Solar. Force One we know has the pace around here to get past Solo, but can he do it whilst battling? Gonna try and make a lunge around the outside that's gonna slow Solo down as he held the inside line there. If Force One gets the better run out of these two corners, out of Stavlot onto Porfrere once again, might get it done. Solo saying nope, I want the outside line there. Right side line. Great push from the rear. Haha. From Solo and Force One, yep. And Solo's off into the pits, along with Salty Blancos. I'm not sure that was the right call from Solo. I don't think he should let Force One run away. That's an odd decision, I'd say. I would have just tried to slow him down. Well, I'm not as fast as him, but you know what I'm trying to say here. That's a three-way battle. So, okay, this is gonna get heated. This is gonna get very heated. Oh my Christ. That's 5 cars in the space of where about 2 or 3 cars should fit. I can't even focus on a single car and what's going on. Fujiwara around the outside. He's got the run on Baluch. But the BMW locking up on the inside. Gonna hold his position from a long way back. SVR Solo got lucky with how he exited the pits there. Wasn't really heavily involved in all of that. But this is a heated battle going on. Fujiwara is probably going to get the better run out of there if I looked at that line correctly. Yeah. What an incredible battle. This is a stark change from the last round. Sot Blanco's locking up again. That's going to let the BMW try and look for a move, but the C7R of Fujiwara gonna run him wide, possibly? And that's... he's lost about 2 or 3 seconds, but he's also lost about 2 spots. Shows how close it is here. SVR Shadow gonna get involved now. Oh, that's Salty Blancos. Is he gonna save it? He does. Good job from him, but Fujiwara's gonna try and make the outside work here, and it can do. 3 wide in the chicane. As Shadow, Fujiwara, and Salty Blancos putting it wheel to wheel. Green BMW from behind gonna try and look to the outside, but there's no space there because the car's up ahead of 3 wide. Shadow has made that move, maybe stick. Are they gonna try and hang it 2 wide up Rouge? I'm forgetting track names. Corner names. I can't speak. It's that exciting. I think what just happened there was worked out, and there's 2 cars wide behind. There's Soch Blancos and Fujiwara. Fujiwara's gotten the move done, but Shadow's going to get involved now. Shadow diving up the inside, really trying to make that stick, and he's just had enough of his quarter panel there so that Soch Blancos can't just cut across him, and he's made that move stick. And Balut up the inside of Soch Blancos through Pujon. But he's not going to make that work because Soch Blancos getting the wider line. Going to allow him to go faster around the corner. In terms of speed, not lap time. This is slowing everyone down immensely. This is 8 laps into this race. And we've got this close racing. If this is anything to say about the next season, the rest of this season that SVR Sol is running, the SVR GT series, I think you should tune in again. Ooh, a bit of slow cars up ahead as there's a traffic jam with SVR Shadow getting bumped into from the rear. And that's kind of put a sour tone on all of that. Only 13 cars in the lobby apparently. 2 people have disconnected. 1 or 2 even. Oh. 3. That could be a bit of salt. Ah, that's a real shame that it had to end that way. Because that was nuts. And it still is. It's Edwin in Rapid 6. Edwin already made that move before I could really swap to it. Well, that's unfortunate it had to end that way. But it's one of those things where you can kind of tell that's kind of how it's going to wind up. When you have 6 cars running that close, it's to be expected. Really. The green BMW trying to make a move on Martin, I think it is. Yeah, that he's probably been correcting me this entire time up until now. Yeah, that's Martine. It's a peculiar spelling, but that was spicy. I couldn't really capture spicy. I can't believe I just said that unironically. I couldn't really capture what happened there because there were so many cars on screen, and I think what happened was off screen, and because of this camera angle where it shows the front bumper view. I'm sure, as fun as that was to watch, a lot of people are getting angry in the party right now. Really getting in that draft, BMW. He looking to make the move around the outside? Is he actually gonna do this? What a incredible... That was done before the second corner there. That was incredibly done, but Martine's fighting back into Brussels here. Up into No Name, the BMW's got the inside line. And Edwin's now getting involved in this. They've slowed each other down. How's it going, Slaps? Shame you couldn't really get that qualifying stuck together. Otherwise we would have been seeing you in this lobby. That really does suck, as there's a bit of fighting going on behind. Martine in the grass, Edwin Blue in the gravel. And that's just lost him 2 positions after that incredible lunge around the outside going into Lake Coombs. Getting the pass done before the left-hander. Haha. Sure, Slaps. I'll make sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, that happens. It just happens. How's B lobby though? Blimey. Is that kind of all settled now? Can I look away from here? I think I can. I think now it's somewhat settled. Good job, Slaps. Good on you. Deserve it after that qualifying. Yeah, there's a pretty large gap between Force 1 and Solo now. I think Force 1's definitely gonna win in points today. And top kind of half of the field. Not as exciting. And let's stay with this, because I think this is where it's gonna get the most interesting. I think I saw some battling going on behind. There's Edwin looking for a move around Martine. Let's get the camera off that and let's put it back on Edwin. Oh yes. Eat the pain away. Gotta admit, we all do that. Hey, this will probably be your drop round though, if your qualifying was anything to go off of. Eat until happy, in full caps. From Fientane there. I think this is gonna get interesting. Will Edwin make the move? Not yet. Getting right up on the bumper there. There's Balut. I've been pronouncing his name Balut. Is that right? Or is it Balout? Well, what's going on with that? I'm intrigued. Oh, Balut's right. I got it. Easy. Here I was thinking I was mispronouncing it the entire time. Balut's looking for a move around Edwin. For his poor run there. Is he gonna try it around the outside again? He is, and he's gonna do it for a second time. No, he's not. He's gonna hand that position back. Otherwise he would have been cutting the course. We'll keep that one to chat. Blute's really been trying to go for the outside move going into Lakum. That's not how I would do it, considering you've got a right, left, right. You can kind of average it to one right-hander in terms of a move being done. So you want to be on that inside line. Just hold it around the right for the second part of Lakum. But, Balute's thinking differently. You know what, I've got to give it to him for that. ETR Lucky Sod going to get involved now. With Rapid 6. This is the fight for the last spot. Rapid 6 running wide. Not sure that's okay. He did gain a bit of time there. I think that's gonna stay as is. Switch back to Blue. Yup. Blue and Edwin still fighting. We are on the final lap. Who's currently leading? Well, it looks like Solar and Force 1 got round. Is Blue going to try the same thing again around the outside here? Really tucking up there. Is he going to make the dive? He's going to hold station for now. Oh, never mind. He's up the inside there. That's going to hamper Edwin's run through Malmedy into Brussels. They are bumper to bumper right now. They haven't been more than 100 foot apart when they weren't doing pit stops. Impressive. Trying the outside line there. He's only got 2, 3, 4, 5 real corners coming up to make it work. I think for now Edwin's going to hold this unless Balute gets a wonderful run, but he did catch a bit of gravel there. They are running fast laps here. What's not much beyond a tenth between each other. Gotta give it to them. Blue, is he gonna try and make a move? Work up the inside? No. That's gonna be your finishing order for now. Force 1, Solar, FRT Insane, TOS Chasmo, SVR Sparks, MNR Fujiwara, DOR Martine, MNR Edwin, Balut, Rapid 6, and GTR Lucky Sod, as the rest all disconnected from unfortunate events. So, oh no. I thought the game crashed there for a moment. Well, those were some battles. For sure. Let's see if we can get the finishing positions in. I think we do have them. Alright, let's transition between these two real quick. As soon as it gets ordered, I think it's in reverse order for now. Right, so we can run you through the finishing order as is. Points won't quite work between the second lobby, but I think it's gonna work for now. Force 1 in first position with a 1 point gap to Solar. 49. Oh, never mind, I'm being incorrect. Hold up. Wasn't reading. Give me a moment. What an incredible race though. There was moments where it was 3 wide, moments where it was almost 4 wide, going up into Eau Rouge. That was nuts. Shame it had to end so bitterly, but it is what it is. Well, for now, until we get all of the finishing positions in. Thanks everyone for watching. It was great doing this. I actually enjoyed it, even though I was by myself. First race, not so exciting, but that second race was incredible. It's a real good job from everyone racing. That looks... we've gotten everything. See you next week, Slaps. It was fun doing this one. My English just isn't existing. Well, right now I'm just gonna have to read it through. I'll do the top 3 finishing positions. Top 5. Let's do the top 5. Force 1, first position, winning both of his races. Good on him. He didn't get that first position until quite late in the last race. The SVR Solar, second position. It's kind of as you'd expect it for now. Then FRT Insane with a decent qualifying position. Good job to him, but he is in 3rd for now. TOS Chasmo, 4th position. Good run for him. He made it work. And then in 5th position, looks like we've got a tie for 5th. A tie for 5th, yeah. SVR Shadow and M&R Fujiwara. Both managing to hold their own in that last race. But for now, as you can probably tell from my voice and the way I'm commentating, I'm going to be starting to head off. Thanks to everyone for watching. This has been SFM Official, broadcasting the SVR GT series, and we'll catch you next time. See you later.